And here we are with Stage 6. I'm Jasu, and welcome back to Let's Play Sparkster, Rocket Knight Adventures 2. This right here is a real treat. We got the final duel with Axel Gear, kind of a staple of the series. It's like, I think, yeah, every single game in the Rocket Knight series, you've had like your climactic final duel with Axel Gear, and this is the best one in the series, in my opinion. This is actually one of my favorite boss fights in video game history. Just the way he's got like the same moves as you, and it's like the arena's just the right size for like a nice epic duel for you to make good use of your rocket attack. It's actually really tough too, and it gets harder on the harder difficulty settings. He spends less time kind of flying around between attacks on the harder difficulty settings. Yeah, it takes a bit of learning to get this one down, and you got the lightning gates closing in on you as well. Oh, and there's a fun little trick you can do. Ah, I missed it. Basically, if you get close enough to him, he'll just like bounce around like an idiot forever. And he drops the final magic sword. So, yeah, that's it. We get the 7 magic swords, and sure enough, as if this game didn't have enough of a problem on its hands, like being defended against being a Sonic ripoff. Yeah, the final Chaos Sword turns you into Super Sparkster, which is going to make this final boss significant bit easier. Basically, benefit of Gold Sparkster, his rocket attack charges up a little bit faster, and more significantly, he does double damage to enemies, which is going to make this last final boss here total cakewalk. I'm actually going to do a bonus video actually after this, because there's a really cool thing about this final boss that I kind of want to show off that you don't get to see if you get all the magic swords and your Gold Sparkster. So there's something cool that we're going to miss out on because I was such a badass and got all the swords. And yeah, we're going to do a bonus video after the series where I show off the cool thing that we missed out on. But yeah, other than that, we've got yeah, just this final boss. It's actually not entirely confined to one screen. You got a little bit of vertical clearance here, but there's really no benefit to it. Oh right, shit, I was blabbing and not paying attention. I probably missed a cycle there. So if you're on the ball, you can actually kill this guy before he even does. If you're super on the ball, you can kill this guy before he even does this attack. You can just kill him on the first 2 rounds of hits. But even if you're kind of slow on the draw, you can kill him before he does his next attack, which is kind of what I was going for. His next attack is actually super cool. And that's the thing I want to show off. Oh, and I'm going to get him anyways. Yeah, you can see, yeah, I was 1 hit away from getting him in the 2 cycles because I was blabbing. But that's not all. Although it actually is. I think on easy mode. Easy, and I think maybe normal as well. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played on normal. But certainly on easy, you don't actually fight this form of the final boss. The game actually ends after you beat his first form. And yeah, it's weird actually that you lose that little bit of vertical clearance that the first form had, which is just kind of strange, I think. Like, yeah, if I try to rocket up there, it actually won't let me. Ah, dang it. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Like, you need to get very specific angles and specific timings to hit this guy without bouncing back into the lasers. Actually, yeah, the cool thing about the Super Sparkster here is normally you don't have time to charge up your corkscrew attack because this thing's blinking too fast. But yeah, you can get very, very frequent fully charged rocket attacks here. And you can see there, yeah, we kill him before he even gets onto his 3rd attack pattern, which is good because the 3rd attack pattern is like super duper tough. If you want to see the full boss fight, I'll show that off in a separate video where we can show you what happens when you come into this fight without your magic swords. But yeah, we were just too badass for all that now. We just like Super Sparkstered our way to victory. Super easy victory over the final boss. We rescued the princess and all is well. So yeah, that's Sparkster. Neat little game. Pretty short. And kind of, yeah, by volume has just a few too many gimmicks that don't quite pan out and kind of outstay their welcome. And for that reason, in spite of the phenomenal control scheme that I absolutely love and have harped on about over and over throughout this playthrough, the sprite work in this game is a little weird too. The princess, if you like pause the video, that princess has this little like weird derp face when Sparkster's carrying her down like that. And also, the king there is just like freaking out. He's just, I don't know, like I guess he cares for his daughter and all that, but he just seems like way too happy. For like, no circumstance should make a person make that expression on their face, I think, for any reason. There's just, something's wrong with that guy. It's weird too, that final blast off sound effect is actually like the sound of you getting killed, I think. Or like a echoey version of you, the sound effect that plays when you get killed. And yeah, we get a nice little gold Sparkster, kind of, what would you call that expression? It's like kind of like a weird, like an angry smirk almost. I don't know, kind of weird. But that's Sparkster. We're actually gonna, so yeah, since we got all the magic swords and we played on very hard, we will get the full ending here, which is, or not, we didn't play very hard, but I think hard, yeah, hard is the minimum difficulty that you need in order to get the full ending. So that's what we're gonna get here. We're gonna get to see the bonus sequence after the credits, which will be really good. And yeah, as I've said for like the 5th time now, that's Sparkster. Yeah, solid fundamentals. I love the basic controls of the game. It's just a little bit of a few significant missteps when it comes to the level designs and the various stage gimmicks, and the overall pacing of the game is a bit messed up at times, I think. Also, it suffers a bit by comparison to the other games in the series, which frankly look and sound a fair bit better. Like I think Rocket Knight Adventures has better music and better graphics. I think Sparkster on the Super Nintendo has better graphics and better music, and or actually, frankly, I think the modern Rocket Knight game for the Xbox actually has worse sound and graphics, but an even better control scheme and much better level design. So yeah, it is kind of, yeah, the weakest game in the series, but it's still really good, really fun. I like it a fair bit. So that's why I decided to show it off to you guys. Oh yeah, speaking of sound, speaking of the music, we got Chiru Yamane and you got A Yamaoka on the sound in this game as well, which is of course Akira Yamaoka and Michiru Yamane, who are both pretty well-known and well-regarded composers for Konami. I think Akira Yamaoka, of course, best known for the Silent Hill series that he would go on to compose for, as well as he did a lot of work for the DDR and Beatmania games as well, so which he's mostly known for. And of course, you got Michiru Yamane, who is best known for the Castlevania series, particularly Symphony of the Night, which is one of the best game soundtracks of all time. So it kind of makes sense. I bet you that they were set to like compose the music for this version of the game, and I bet you that they're responsible for like all the original music in this game, like the Stage 5 theme and the Bid Boss theme, all the best music in the game that's unique to this version of it and doesn't appear in the Super Nintendo version. I would bet that they're the reason why the music in this game has like the few good bits that it does. And and here we are with our extra bit after the credits. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this doesn't appear if you beat the game on normal, even if you do get the magic swords. So that's the true ending. And the Master Sword sleeps forever. And indeed it does. The whole magic sword gimmick does not appear at all in any other game in the series. And we get our nice little sepia-toned photo finish as well. And yeah, for like the 6th time now, that is Rocket Knight Adventures. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. I get a kick out of this game. Although, like I said, it was rather challenging. It took me a lot of practice runs to get this game to the point where I could, get through it consistently on one credit. So, yeah, I hope you guys appreciate that. And whether you did or not, I hope you'll, but by all means, feel free to leave some feedback in the comments section as to whether or not you liked or disliked the series. And, but whether you do or not, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys first of all in the bonus video that I'll do, showing off the final boss, and then after that, next game.